This is all the essentials that I'm packing for 12 days of adventure on the island of Tenerife. I'm going to take you all through how I pack light enough to fit it in carry-on only. If you're new here, I'm Erica of Erica Lives Adventures. I'm all about finding adventure in everyday life, and this time I'm heading to Tenerife for 12 days of adventure. I'm super excited to explore this beautiful island and all it has to offer. From sightseeing, hiking and snorkeling, I've got an amazing mix of experiences lined up, and today I'm going to show you how to pack for it all without overpacking. So let's get started. As you can see, I kind of break down everything into different categories to keep it really organized and to make sure that I'm as prepared as possible. We've got clothing, gear, accessories, toiletries, technology, and some miscellaneous. I'm going to walk you through every single item and I'll sprinkle in some of my tips for how I pack smart. So I guess I'll start with my airport outfit. This is what I'll be wearing. I also have a cardigan and I am going to wear my hiking boots because they are the biggest and bulkiest item that I have. I'm filming this really real time because we'll be heading to the airport in about 2 hours. Right, let's get right into it. This is essentially all of my clothes, and that's definitely my first tip, is packing cubes. I swear by them. I feel like most people have like a love-hate relationship, but I just find for organization it makes it so much easier when you're packing small instead of just throwing everything into a bag together. So all of my clothing are basically in this one and in this tiny little one. And actually I'll start here. So this is actually compressed down, and in here, I'm not going to open it because it was quite a tight squeeze, but in here I have all of my socks, underwear, bras and pajamas squeezed into this one little bag, and then all of the rest of my clothes is here. So I'll show you what I have. I have this lightweight long sleeve hiking layer because we are planning on doing quite a bit of hiking, and if we're in the sunshine I'd really prefer to have my arms covered for a bit of UV protection. 3 different pairs of shorts, denim shorts, cycling shorts, running shorts, so a bit of variety depending on what I'm doing that day. I'm bringing one dress for like a nice outfit if we go for dinner, so just one nice little dress. I have a pair of linen trousers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 t-shirts slash tops. So this is kind of a mix of like hiking tops, athletic wear, like sweat wicking. Actually, to be honest, they're all sweat wicking, and some light like strappy tops. Then I have this. So I actually got this in Lisbon on my last trip. I think it's beautiful. So it's like a, what do they call it? It's like not fully silk, it's like poly silk, but I think it's just beautiful. So like this is just how I could like kind of dress up my daytime outfits just a little bit more. And again, a little bit of sun coverage on my shoulders. Then I have another shirt. Same kind of idea, pop it on over my swimsuit, something like that, for a little bit of extra sun coverage. A long sleeve shirt for same thing again, but maybe if I want to be just a little bit warmer in case we do have some cooler days. But yeah, we're definitely going for some winter sun, so hopefully we get all of the great weather. Yeah, these packing cubes really are great. Like you can fit so much into them. One thing to note, I guess, with the packing cubes is if you pack it too full, you won't be able to fully compress it. So you kind of have to choose, pack it all the way or leave a little bit of space so that you can compress it. I'm kind of going for just packing it fully this time because it fits in one side of my suitcase, so I don't really need to compress it. Ta-da! Now, move on to footwear. So as I said, I'm bringing my hiking boots for hiking. I also have a pair of runners. These are just my day-to-day shoes for sightseeing, just going about my day. Sandals for at the beach, and then I also have a pair of swim shoes. I'm not going to take them out because, can you hear that? There's a lot of sand in this bag, but yeah, they're just little swim shoes for when we're at like rocky beaches and stuff. Then I have 2 towels, so both microfiber. I like to bring this one little small one, and it's kind of basically just to use on my hands and my face, so I keep it a little bit cleaner. And then one big one for at the beach. Speaking of the beach, I'm planning on doing as much snorkeling as possible. There's even sea turtles in Tenerife, fingers crossed. So I've got a snorkeling mask, and I've got this little dry bag bum bag. So it's kind of like the phone ones that you see a lot of people have like around their neck, but this is like a bum bag one, so that I can bring like my phone or whatever I might need to bring if we do like a boat trip or anything like that. Similarly, a floaty stick for my GoPro, which is currently filming up there. 3 swimsuits slash bikinis in this handy little dry bag as well. For hiking, then I also have a head torch, just for safety, but also there can be really good stargazing in Tenerife, so we're hoping to do some of that. So if we're going out at night time, we'll obviously need a head torch. Next then I'll go to toiletries. So we're actually flying Aer Lingus, which means our carry-on suitcase, our 10-kilo suitcase, you have to pay extra to bring it as carry-on, otherwise it goes in the hold. So we haven't paid the extra, so it's going to go in the hold, which is kind of good because it means I don't have to bring small liquids. So I can bring like full sun cream rather than having to like buy more when I get there. So it's all of my toiletries and liquids and everything are in this one bag. Obviously toiletries are like quite personal, everyone will bring different things, but just for reference, I guess, here is my full list of everything that I bring. Got everything here, yes, okay. Technology, so I will actually be working while I'm there as well, so I'm bringing my laptop and all of my hard drives and all that fun stuff. I'll also have my camera, of course, to take some photos, headphones for entertainment on the plane and also for work. And then in here, I've got the rest of my sort of technology bits. So I've got a power bank, the adapter, charging lead, spare batteries. And then obviously I'm going to be filming. I'm going to be bringing you along. So I actually have 2 tripods, like a really nice mini one that's nice and compact if I feel like I need to be a bit more stealth. And then the full length one that you're on. So full length tripod, mini tripod. Also in my backpack then, I'm bringing this one kind of insulated jacket, so it packs up really nice and small, again for like the stargazing kind of things, in case it gets a little cold or if it just gets cold in general. If we're out and about in the evening time, it's just one small little thing for hiking, that kind of thing, if you have any bad weather. Sunglasses, a cap, a tote bag. So I bring a tote bag everywhere with me anyway, but I think for travel it's just so ideal, because if you're going to the supermarket to pick up some bits, this would be like my beach bag most of the time. I'll bring my stuff in there. And then lastly, we have, this is the backpack I'm going to bring, and it's also a dry bag. So it's good for the beach. We're also potentially going to do like some kayaking tours, that kind of thing, or even just a boat tour. Having a dry bag is quite nice. In here, I've obviously got my wallet and my passport. But this is such a versatile backpack because it does have a chest strap and a hip strap as well. So it's good for hiking. It's obviously, it can go really big. I can fit lots in it. And it is like really close to being within the backpack like sizes for the likes of like Ryanair and Aer Lingus. I've gotten away with it before. It is technically just a tiny bit too big, but I've never been stopped, thankfully. Okay, and that is everything. Yeah, okay, let's pack it all up. Since I mentioned that we're flying Aer Lingus and that this is actually going in a hold, I guess it's worth mentioning as well that that means there's a weight limit on it, so it can only be 10 kilos. So I tested this earlier, I was bang on 10 kilos. So I guess that's another thing to kind of pay attention to with your packing cubes. If you are using compression ones, obviously if you use loads of them and compress them all, that's going to make everything much heavier. So something to take note of. I'm packed and ready to go. I hope this guide helps you if you're planning a similar trip. If you did find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe for more adventures. I will be sharing everything about my Tenerife trip, so stay tuned for that in the coming weeks. Think I've forgotten anything vital? Let me know in the comments below. Ezzy, you're not supposed to be here. I can't pack you. No, you can't come with me. No, you can't. I'm sorry.